If you have $5,000, how could you invest your $5,000 into cryptocurrency that can turn that into $15,000 to $20,000? That is what I'm going to show you in this video. Now, also keep in mind that one of the strategies for trading cryptocurrency is to, of course, you diversify your portfolio, and also you buy low and you sell high. Do not go with the hype. Just because a coin is currently trending upward does not mean that you should be jumping into that coin immediately. The goal here is to buy when it is extremely low. So you want to buy when everyone's selling, and then you in turn sell when everyone is buying. That's kind of like the whole purpose of cryptocurrency. So I see that a lot of new investors come in and they have this hype of really turning their $5,000 quickly into $500,000 within the next few months. And the reality is that is not the case. And I gotta tell you though, there's a lot of hype, a lot of advertisements, a lot of people posting their gain in that sense, and really that is not the way how it works, unfortunately, right? Well, you do have a few luck here and there. There are people that, yes, do make a big chunk of money in a short span of time, but the reality is we all have to wait and we all have to invest smart. All right, so okay, so you had your $5,000 ready to invest. You're a new investor, or maybe if you've been doing it for a few months and you're ready to just lock and load, and you have a short-term goal. You have a goal, and that goal is to turn your $5,000 into maybe $15,000 to $20,000 within a year, and that's pretty plausible with the market of cryptocurrency, even though it's very volatile. But that goal is very realistic compared to $50,000 or $500,000.
Open. Let's go ahead and do a quick check on the market cap and see what it currently is. Looking at a 7-day span, notice that it is declining compared to like a couple of days ago. Obviously, because a lot of investors are a bit wary about South Korea not allowing cryptocurrency exchange, and that caused a big dip in the overall market, but that's okay. And the market today looks extremely terrible as well. Lots of reds everywhere else except for one of the few main dominating coins. Those are the ones that's recovering. Otherwise, there's a lot of coins that's currently in red, which is a good sign. It means that it's a sign to buy, so that when it returns back to green, then you make money. But anyways, we'll talk more about that in another episode. Today, here are the 5 coins that I like to introduce to you, so that you can turn your 5,000 into 20,000, 30,000, or even more by the end of 2018. All right. So remember, we're breaking our $5,000 up into a 50% chunk, 20% chunk, and a 10% chunk. All right. So first of all, I like to put the first 50% of my $5,000, and that is $2,500, into a coin that is very reliable, a coin with a huge platform, a coin that has performed well over and over and over again, a coin that goes and compete with the best in the industry, similar to how Amazon is the platform for you to buy and sell online, where eBay is the platform for you to buy and sell on an auction type setting. Or let's say if we look at Apple, which is a main platform for whatever they do, Ethereum is the main platform for major ICOs. And as you can see, ICOs is really popping out at the moment. The fact that almost every ICO relies on Ethereum coin, that is an indication that Ethereum is going to grow in 2018. Definitely a very good investment. This is something that you will not lose any money, in my opinion. Remember, these are my opinions, so you always have to do your own research before you make any main investment. All right, so $2,500 money will go in here just because Ethereum is an amazing coin. There's no need to really discuss anything about Ethereum. It can grow. It will likely double or triple that $2,500 that you put in, even higher. The Ethereum's market cap is like almost half of what Bitcoin is, and Bitcoin is like around what, 14,000 now. So Ethereum will have some room to grow, even though it does have a larger circulating supply compared to Bitcoin. But again, Ethereum is one of your best and greatest bet, and that's why we diversify. We put a lot of money in Ethereum. If we look at the trend, there's a bullish trend here. It's a linear growth, but that's because the market is down. And just imagine when the market is really bullish, Ethereum is going to be so bullish, it is unbelievable. Looking at an exponential growth on Ethereum. So awesome. Put $2,500 into Ethereum. All right, so the next 20% of your $5,000, that will come that will come exactly $1,000. And what I like to do is I like to put that in EOS. Now EOS, at the current moment, EOS is such a great buy at $13, and maybe it's gonna drop a few more dollars over the next few days or the next few weeks. So whether or not you're getting in at 13, you're getting in at 10. Those are really great numbers. I prefer to get in at 10, so I'm gonna wait a little bit longer. And then once EOS somehow pops to $10, I'm going in big time on EOS, because EOS is just one of those coins that is revolutionizing the freaking crypto market currency. EOS is actually mimicking Ethereum. So before we go discuss further about EOS, looking at its trend quickly in the 7-day trend, notice that within that turbulence of the last 2 weeks, EOS is one of those coins that actually made money in the last 7 days. That's pretty rare compared to any other coins, right? So I'm sure you might have lost some money on, some coins. So did I. None of us really expect the market to be so bad. But of course, as long as you diversify your portfolio, you can't really lose money. So my portfolio is pretty well diversified. I'm still up pretty well. Anyway, so it's still having an uptrend. But what makes EOS amazing? The fact that they act like an operating system compared to, like, say, Ethereum, which is like a decentralized computer. So therefore EOS can process things a lot faster than Ethereum, and a lot of people are really comparing EOS to really Ethereum, and so their growth potential is also great. They're still in their IEO phase, so they're not really done with all, with buying and with all their initial coin offerings. So things are still going on. They have a lot of projects. They're networking with a lot of great people. One of those is the former CEO of Bithumb. So they have a great team of people behind them, and they're continuing to update and to make sure that their operating system, their decentralized blockchain, is the best out there. And I believe they're doing a wonderful job. You definitely want to look into this company more, because based on what I've looked into EOS so far, I'm looking at the price of like $13, and now the fact that the market is so bad, to go to maybe $30 or $40 by the end of the year. Just imagine that. You would triple and 4 times your money already with EOS. So awesome. Another coin to put $1,000 into these investments. Just keep in mind that these are long-term investments, so it's not like a 1 or 2 month turnaround. Keep that in mind. Now, my next 20%, I like to put that into Icon. I think Icon is also another huge company. Icon, what makes Icon special at the moment is that the fact it's still pretty cheap. Lower supply compared to EOS, and a lower cost per coin. I think we're getting in at a pretty good deal here with EOS, with Icon, the fact that it hasn't really been around that long as well. So it's still a fairly new coin with a huge potential in their project. What EOS wants to do is EOS wants to decentralize everything, blockchains of blockchain. So you're looking at a really huge potential in if Icon is successful in decentralizing blockchain of the blockchains. You're looking at a huge uprising in its value once they are completed. But again, Icon is still in its infant stage, so there's still a lot of work to do. But of course, you want to invest in companies that are still in their infant stage with a lot of huge potential, because you're getting in cheap and you're cashing out when they're fully online and they're fully compatible with everything. So I like Icon a lot. The price is still really cheap, and again, they do have a growth within the last month, but within the last 7 days, they're just flattening out, which is a good sign. They're not going down. They're just reacting what it is to the market, especially the fact that they're kind of like a new coin. So they don't have that stability yet, but it is there. It is coming up. There's a lot of talks about Icon being one of the top coins of 2018. So I recommend that. Put $1,000 into Icon. Now, the last coin that I do want to kind of put a few dollars in here is Ethereum Classic. Now, Ethereum Classic is also one of those other coins that really mimics Ethereum, but they keep a lot of the classic features, and Ethereum Classic has shown that it goes hand in hand with Ethereum. So when you look at its performance historically within the year, performs historically within the 7-day, performs within a day, Ethereum is one of those coins that will just maintain its value. Now, I don't think there's any risk in going into Ethereum Classic at all. So I think your money are in a pretty good shape. I wouldn't be surprised if by 2018 you turn 5,000 into 50,000. That's just my take. But I mean, on the safe end, I'm gonna assume that you're gonna turn 5,000 into 3 or 4 times your money. So we're just gonna assume that you're gonna have a return of $20,000, which isn't too bad, right? Which isn't too bad. So those are my recommended coins for you: Ethereum, EOS, Icon, and Ethereum Classic are the ones that you should definitely go into. So 50%, right? 20%, and then 10% all goes into that coin. I think you're gonna be very happy with the results by the end of 2018. So I want to know, or if you have any, what are your comment? What are your feel of with the 5 coins that I recommended? And do you like it? If you do, please leave me a comment. Let me know. We'll share. We'll exchange ideas. We're gonna talk about it because we are crypto nerds and we're here to make money. So I will help you make money if I know something. So that's my take for you today. Subscribe to the channel. I will talk to you in the next video.